All right, when you want to look up biotechs, right? Here's what you want to do. You run it through AI. I didn't do this, but AI does not always have the up-to-date information. So you want to plug in as many articles as you can. You'll say, reviewing these articles, what is this? You would ask, what is this biotech's revenue? And as you can see, Hoth, no motherfucking revenue. Sometimes biotechs, like if I would have put in LXRX, like LXRX has a development deal, $1 billion development deal for a weight loss pill with Nova Nordic, Nova. So now, but if any little fucking snafu, Nova can say, fuck you guys, we don't want any more. It's very, but LXRX, they actually have revenue for it. Hoth doesn't have that. So sometimes you'll come across a biotech, they don't have any FDA approvals, but they're receiving revenue from a big guy. And LXRX, they could get scooped, which would be fucking glorious, dude. I would say LXRX over Hoth, but wait. So keep in mind, preclinical means they're not even in the phases yet, right? So you got Sana, they're in the clinical stage. That means they're in one of their phase 1 testings. So that's one step above. Sana, for whatever reason, Sana over Humacyte, dude, fucking, it's because the CEO of Humacyte's a woman. That's another thing you want to look at, because fucking women CEOs are shit on incessantly. And then women CEOs in biotech, dude, don't even get me started. That Elizabeth Holmes, dude, she fucking ruined it for women in biotech, women CEOs. I think that's fucking half or more than half the reason why Humacyte's shit on is because of Laura, and because of she's a woman, and because of what Elizabeth Holmes did with the fucking Theranos shit, which if she just pays Trumperton $1 million, she'll be out. But anyways, the Humacyte over any of these, you know this. And Humacyte has their FDA approval for the Symvess, the vascular trauma one, and they're in late stage. So when you're looking at biotechs, you want to be looking at what stage they're at too. So you want to see, do they got revenue? Do they have any licensing? Because sometimes they, like the LXRX, do they got a development deal? And you want to see that none of that shit for Hoth, but they'll pop occasionally, and you got some people, maybe there's some people that might be pumping them, but I'm going to pump Humacyte because I'm going to pump that real fucking shit. And Humacyte's that real fucking shit. So I'm going to say Humacyte over Hoth. But Hoth is not bad. Hoth has a lot of shit they're doing. And the other thing with biotechs, they will pop like a motherfucker on any type of news. You'll see that pump. But then they'll stay stagnant for weeks, stagnant for months. So biotechs, it's a lot of stagnation and a lot of waiting. But in the long run, 3-5 years, that's where that shit is at. So you just watch them, but then you gotta make sure they can either get bought out, they can get development deals. But Humacyte, they're just gonna rise naturally. No one's gonna buy them out. No one's gonna buy out Laura. Even if they did, it'd be okay. But still, I don't want that to happen. I want them to rise to greatness, like the glory that they are. They made bioengineered veins and tissues, and they deserve all the glory. And Laura's mother died of fucking kidney cancer or some shit, and that's why she does all this. She has a real invested in it. God, her origin story, you could say. But Hoth, preclinical, tons of debt. When they get the phase 2, if they get, so the preclinical things, another thing that can pop them is once they hand in, I'm not sure exactly, like I said, I didn't plug in any articles for this, but once Hoth hands in an application that they're going to start a clinical trial, their phase 1, that can definitely shoot them. And Alzheimer's, I watch a lot of Grey's Anatomy, so I'm practically a medical professional. And at one point in the seasons, they actually did the real story, because Meredith Grey is obsessed with Alzheimer's. And all the Alzheimer's research, it turned out to be all fucking bullshit, I guess. I don't know. It's a whole backstory in the science community. And so they need all new. They admitted it, like, oops, we don't know anything about Alzheimer's anymore. We forgot. We that was all wrong. So it's hard to say, but Alzheimer's is a big deal because clearly, it affects like a lot of white men, and white men hate that shit. So they'll throw money at stuff like that. So Alzheimer's and anything with dick cancer usually does really well, even if it's just exploration. But Hoth, preclinical, no money. And that's how I feel compared to Humacyte, $500,000 and that 20 of all the hospitals network already. Get the fuck out of here.